everyone, and welcome back to Computer Applications. This is Mrs. Hoffman, and today we're on Google Documents, lesson number 6, learning how to cut, copy, and paste, use the Find and Replace feature, and use the Paint Format feature. We're going to go ahead and start by creating a new document. I'm just going to create a document that we will then move to an appropriate folder when we are done. So we're going to go ahead and name this document Cut, Copy, Paste, and now we're ready to work. Most of you are familiar with copying and pasting things. You probably do this a lot, but I find a lot of times students don't understand the difference between cutting and copying. So we're just going to quickly cover this, and so to demonstrate this, I'm just going to simply type the King School, and then I'm going to hit enter there, and I'm going to go ahead and select it, and I'm going to go to edit, and I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to place my cursor on another line, and then I'm going to do an edit paste. So it leaves the original copy of of whatever it was that I selected, made a copy of it, which sends it to like the virtual clipboard, and then I place my cursor where I'd like to paste a copy of it and simply hit paste. If I want to move it from one location to another, so let's say I want to move this second line of the King School down to this new line I've created through hitting enter twice, I will select it, and this time I'm going to cut, which removes it, and then I can place my cursor down here, and then I can edit and paste. So it removes that second line and pastes it to a new one. So the shortcut keys for cut, it's Control X, for copy it's Control plus C, and for paste it's Control V to do those with. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate how to use the Find and Replace tool. Finding and replacing is helpful when you are looking for a specific word or phrase that you want to either look at or change, and obviously if you use the replace with that, you can then find something and replace it, and this can help you when you are trying to find and replace multiple things. So for example, I'm going to use here, I'm going to just take out the apostrophe for Kings here, and I'm going to use the Find and Replace tool to demonstrate this. So I'm going to go to Edit, and I'm going to come down to Find and Replace, and I want to find the word Kings, and I want to replace it with the word Kings with the apostrophe in it. And notice I have the option to either replace or replace all, and you can also see that as I was typing Kings, you saw some highlights back here, so it was already finding the word Kings without the apostrophe, and now it's ready to replace the word Kings with the apostrophe. I can either replace them singly, one at a time, or I can click Replace All. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Replace All, and then I'll just close this dialog box, and you can see that it replaced those Kings with the apostrophe with Kings in it. So that's the Find and Replace tool, which is very handy. And the last handy tool is the Paint Format tool, which is really handy. When you add formats or enhancements to your text, for example, I'm going to highlight the first one here, and I'm going to change the font to Lobster 2, and I'm going to change the size to size 18, and why don't we go ahead and change the color to purple, and I'm going to give it a background color of gold. Okay, so here we are, the King School. Let's say I want to take and make all those same enhancements to the second line called the King School. After I get done making all my enhancements on the first, I can simply select and highlight the text that contains the enhancements that I wish to basically copy and paint over the second line, and then I can go up to Edit, and I can, no, excuse me, I'm not going to choose Edit, I'm going to just simply, let me try that again, I'm going to highlight, and I'm just going to simply click on the paint roller here. so it's not in the menus like I thought. So you're just going to click on the paint format, and then you're going to simply click and drag over the text that you wish to paint the formats over, and ta-da! All the formats that you copied onto the paint roller, you rolled over that new text, and it took on all the enhancements that you had put with the first line. So that's a very helpful tool, and when you want to be consistent with your formatting as you're adding multiple enhancements, that's a big time saver there. So that's it for lesson 6, and we'll see you at lesson 7.